Thank God you came. How many more days could I wait? Make plans with you, and I won't let them fall through. I think I lie for you. I think I die for you. Jealousy cry for you. Do things when you want me to. Like control. Yeah, like control. Don't work like that when you love somebody. My old flex is my new flex now, and we're working on it. That's why I need all the energy that you bring to me. My last girl would tear me apart, but she never wanna split a thing with me. But when it comes to you, I think I'd lie for you.
This past weekend, without a phone call, the city of Wilmington put a notice on the door handle of both of our schools, informing me that if we don't pay the past due vacant property registration fees and outstanding utilities by the 25th of Black August, they will sell our campus. Brothers and sisters, can I ask you a question? Why were we not notified that they were going to try to sell our campus? Brothers and sisters, why are they trying to sell our campus at the very moment that our accounts are frozen? Brothers and sisters, is it a coincidence? Is it a coincidence?
No, it's not. Y'all know that some of you fans are just great because they predicted that this man was going to do that. Even before we knew about the outstanding balance, they were saying that the school probably was going to be sold, and that Dr. Omar was making up this stuff that the reason the school is going to be sold was because they froze his account. He couldn't pay his bills. But anyway, here we go now. And then this is about, it's kind of similar. It's a registration fee balance. You did not pay that out. You got an outstanding vacant property registration fee balance. On top of everything else, y'all, he got, don't forget the child support coming after him too.
Is it a coincidence that the city of Wilmington is trying to sell properties that we own and have been working on continuously behind our backs? They were going to sell our schools behind our backs. They didn't even tell us that they were going to try to sell our schools. We received no notice in the minute.
Well, we
received no notice by email.
All money gone.
We received no phone calls at all.
School gone.
That they were going to try to sell our schools. Instead, they put a notice on the door handle.
Everything gone.
Somebody stole one set of notifications and sent it to the YouTubian struggle streamers. Somebody stole the Frederick Douglass High School paperwork off the front door and sent it to the struggle streamers. But luckily for us, Sister Ra Ebony was able to get the paperwork off the Marcus Garvey School before the haters stole that paperwork. I believe, brothers and sisters, and please.
Yeah, you want people to help you, but you up there throwing shade to struggle streamers. How do you think you get your donation?
Let me know your opinion. I believe, brothers and sisters, and please let me know your opinion. I believe, brothers and sisters, and please let me know your opinion. I believe that they were going to sell the school, and they wanted to sell the school before we found out. I believe that they wanted to sell the school before we found out. We were not supposed to know that they were going to sell our school. Why do I say that? We were given no notification. We received no letter in the mail. We received no email. We received no phone call that they were going to try to sell our schools. Instead, they put a notice on the door in a low-income neighborhood. They put a notice on the door with rubber band and masking tape. They put a notice on the school front door with a rubber band and masking tape. Brothers and sisters, it gets worse.
It gets worse.
Back in April, when I found out about the overdue vacant property registration fees, I had asked the city of Wilmington if they could retroactively apply our nonprofit waiver. According to the nonprofit waiver for the city of Wilmington, if you are a nonprofit organization, they will waive your vacant property registration fees for 4 years. If you are a nonprofit organization in the city of Wilmington, they will waive your nonprofit vacant property registration fees for 4 years. If they would have applied our nonprofit vacant property registration waiver, we would owe absolutely nothing. We would owe absolutely nothing.
Now, did you apply? And were you in contact? Were you following up? Just because you are a teacher or school psychologist, that does not make you be a business-minded person, y'all. I know I'm not a business-minded person. If I had to go open up a business, I would have to hire people that knows about that area. Dr. Umar, this is so disappointing. You didn't even follow up. Something as major as that, you didn't follow up on. He's so disappointing, y'all.
We would owe absolutely nothing. But I asked them, and they ignored my emails for 4 months. They ignored my phone calls for 4 months. They ignored our emails for 4 months. They ignored our phone calls for 4 months. And instead, the first time I hear from them since April, the first time I hear from them since contacting them April, asking them to apply our vacant property registration fee waiver to the past 4 years so we would owe absolutely nothing, they ignored me since April. They ignored me since April. No phone call, no email, nothing in the postal mail since April. And the first thing we find out, the first time we hear from them since April, is a letter on the front door of the school, affixed with a rubber band and masking tape. A rubber band and masking tape. Brothers and sisters, giving us 20 days to pay these back taxes. We already paid $30,000.
This is what I mean by he didn't follow up. So now he said he heard from him in April, May, June, July, this is August. 3 or 4 months ago, right? Why didn't you jump in your car and go to the facility? That's what you could have done and talked to him in person. You're able to fly all the way over the Ghana. You're always bragging about how you flying internationally. Surely you could have jumped in your car and went down there to the city of Wilmington to see what was going on with this registration fee balance or whatever you talk about that they're ignoring you for. But let's keep it going. Again, this is taken from Just Say No to Scope. Y'all have to go over there to see the rest.
For water that we don't even use. We just paid $30,000 to the city of Wilmington for water that we don't even use. And now we got to pay another $30,000 for vacant property registration fees that we shouldn't even owe because we should have a waiver. We should have a waiver. We should have a waiver. And it gets worse, brothers and sisters. It gets worse because they are raising the vacant property registration fee. They are raising the vacant property registration fee this fall from $5,000 a year to $12,000 a year. I'm going to say it again. They are raising the vacant property registration fee this fall from $5,000 a year to $12,000 a year. Brothers and sisters,
why is there's no transparency? So why everybody else, these streamers that you talking about is struggling when they want to show something, they put the receipts so the audience can see. There's no receipts. What bank does this FDMG? What bank is it, y'all? Where is the money outlined? Where is it going? Did it go on? Did it go in the light fixture? All that need to be itemized so that your donors can see where the money is going. But right now you're telling your donors and the audience, right, that the registration fee balance probably gonna go up. You said $5,000, something you just said. Where is it? Where's the paperwork? Put that paperwork up there. Show it.
I want y'all to get ready for a protest. I want all FDMG donors and supporters to get ready for a protest. We may have to march on City Hall, brothers. We may have to march on City Hall because of the racism. I'm going to call it what it is, racism. Discriminatory treatment. Why did we get no notification that y'all were going to sell our schools? Why did you not respond to any of our emails to retroactively apply?
I know there's racism out there and discrimination out there, but if you didn't pay the balance, they say you didn't pay the balance, that you have an outstanding balance. You knew that. Why would they have to keep notifying you? You know you didn't pay that outstanding balance. That's my problem with this, y'all. If I got my light, if I'm paying, say my light bill, right? Light bill $120. I put $20 on my light bill. I got an outstanding balance of $100. I can't, if they cut my lights off, I can't go back and claim racial discrimination because I had an outstanding balance that I knew I didn't pay. That's my problem with this man. You knew you did not pay this balance. It was not racism. Yeah.
A vacant property registration fee waiver. I knew they didn't want Dr. Umar in Wilmington. I didn't know it was this bad. I knew that the power structure, I'm not talking about the brothers and sisters in the community, they love us. Shout out to our Wilmington, Delaware family. Shout out to our Wilmington, Delaware family. They love Dr. Umar and FDMG. I'm talking about the power structure of Wilmington, Delaware. We knew they didn't want us in that city, but we didn't know they would go this far as to ignore us for 4 months and try to sell the school behind our backs.
Y'all right?
I didn't know they would go this far.
Do y'all believe
as to ignore us for 4 months and try to sell the school behind our backs?
I mean, he could be telling the truth.
They would go this far.
I don't know.
To ignore us for 4 months and try to sell our schools that we've been working on for 6.5 years behind our backs. So, brothers and sisters, this is what we're going to do. We're going to fight like hell to get our money from the bank. We're going to pay off this vacant property registration fee waiver. And we might still have a protest at City Hall because this is wrong, brothers and sisters. I have emailed the mayor. I have gotten no response. I have emailed the chief of staff. I have gotten no response. I have emailed the city council president. I have gotten no response. So, brothers and sisters, I'm going to meet with my team, and we're going to decide if we're going to go ahead and have this protest. And it ain't going to be one. We're going to do multiple protests. And we're going to invite our donors and supporters from across the state of Delaware, our donors and supporters across the United States, and our donors and supporters.
Okay, y'all heard it, y'all. He gonna meet with his team. I didn't know. His team has never been introduced as far as I know, y'all. He might have a team, he might have a staff. I don't know. But anytime he showed at school, he never showed a staff working. Never. But Dr. Umar, I'm rooting for you. I wish you the best. I don't know if this is a scam or not. I'm not calling this man a scam, but I do know you need to hire somebody that got business sense. You may have sense in the school of psychology teaching. You may have that kind of education, but my God, you don't have business sense. Yeah. This is Black Titanic.
When he did this, he said, let me give you $500,000 to put this in some more songs. And I looked at him and I said, nah, don't give me a dime. Wrote on a piece of paper. This is how much equity I want, ownership. I'll see you in 5 years. So if you know anything about Geezy, you've heard him mention Avion Liquor. So he had the option of either taking some bread up front or going for the equity play, going for the ownership play. And he went with the ownership play, which is a lot smarter because the bigger the risk, the bigger the reward. And this is a beautiful example of delayed gratification because that same company ended up selling for $100 million. And instead of settling for $500,000, Geezy was part owner of a $100 million company. But check it out, you'd never guess who's the person that advised him to make that play. The conversation I had 3 weeks before I went and sat with Ken was with Nipsey Hussle. And then we started talking about equity and ownership. You look at that. You had a conversation with Nipsey Hussle that sparked that idea. There's 2 major lessons with this video. Number 1, long bread is better than short bread. And 2, the people that you're around really can affect you. Because of that conversation with Nipsey, Geezy ended up taking the equity deal, which made him far more money than the upfront cash that he would have taken if he had not had that conversation. Your circle could really make or break you. Yo, was Geezy tripping out when he did this? He said, let me give you $500,000 to put this in some more songs. And I looked at him and I said, nah, don't give me a dime. Wrote on a piece of paper. This is how much equity I want, ownership.